Hello. Now, all you bright sparks, I'm sure may have noticed that I'm in my SRV. And you may also see that the system I'm in is Merope, and the planet I am on is Merope 5C. Which, combined with the signals that you can see on the radar, can mean only one thing. And that is that I am here at the alien Barnacle. So this is it. This is not the first time I've been here. I did a video with Rusty Dog. Well, it wasn't actually a video. I came out here with him and we wanted to see what it was all about. It took us a while to find it, but we finally did. On this trip I actually came out here with Commander Ripperjack. He will be back in a bit, but it also took us a while to find the fucking thing, but we have managed to figure out an easier way of being able to get to a specific point on the planet. Now the coordinates for the barnacle here, we can see them there. It's minus 26.3487 degrees and minus 156.4041 degrees. Now the top one is the north-south. I can never remember a longitude or latitude, but it's one of those. And then the bottom one is east and west. And in order to make sure you're going in the right direction, you need the compass point, which is going up the top. If I move the mouse cursor, yeah, this thing. Now obviously 0 means you're going straight up, so the north-south reading will obviously change. If you're going north, then the number will go up. If you're going south, and when it'll go down until you pass the equator, and then it goes into minus figures. Now south is obviously 180 on here, so I'm facing 157, so I'm basically facing sort of, well, pretty close to directly south. So of course east and west, or west and east, are going to be at well, 90 for east, 270 for west. And again, once you pass what is, well, I guess the planet's prime meridian, or the date line, whichever one it is, that'll take you from positive to negative numbers. So that hopefully will give you an idea of, you know, if you're going to come to a system with the barnacle, let's face it, this is by far the most well known, then that should hopefully help you to actually find whereabouts it is, because it's not just simply a case of turning up on a planet and bosh, there you go. You've got to find the fucking thing. So anyway, once we are here, all of these organic growths contain materials, and some of them can be quite rare. This is a good way of finding yttrium, although that one that I took out is fucking useless. The easier way to take out the structures is to just use the old turret view and blast them like this. Now, materials are not the only things you will find in here, in any of these organic structures. You will also find one of those. That will appear on the contact list as mining fragments, but that is a ton of meta-alloys. And that is what I have come here for. It's not what Commander Ripperjack has come here for though. He's quite keen to collect, there's another ton of meta-alloys there. He's come out here to collect materials for when the engineers come along. So once he's got enough, he's pissing off. I, however, am going to be out here for a little while, which probably gives you a pretty good idea of what I am going to do. See, my current stat for highest single transaction is pretty good, I must admit, especially as that's just done from trading slaves. 4,267,520. I am going to absolutely bury that stat by collecting an enormous amount of meta alloys, bring them back to a station and cash them in. Now, by the time this video is published, I will have already done that. I'm not going to give away how I made such an enormous amount, and you know, where I got it from. I will come back, and I may even do another video you know, before I publish this one, so this will appear out of sequence, because yeah, I'm no problem with giving away like my secrets or whatever, you know, if you really want to call them my secrets, but I'm not going to give them all away, and I'm certainly not going to give them away in any hurry. Now, I say this, I guess you could say, is cheating. But let's face it, there are plenty of players who constantly change you know, instances when going from solo mode to private group to whatever, in order to refresh the bulletin boards when they're going for you know, a naval rank, even if they then try and pass it off as only doing it for the credits. This is no different. I'm changing between instances, but not to refresh a bulletin board, but to refresh the barnacle, so I can then collect as many alloys as, well, my patience will allow me to do. As you can see, I have now collected 8 tons of them, and well, with their average price being, well, let's say 90,000. So, well, the next 2 tons, that will have to give me 900,000 credits worth. I'll take that. But I am not going to stop at 10 tons of them. My Imperial Cutter that I've taken out here has a cargo capacity of 608 tons. Now, whether or not I have the patience to collect 608 meta alloys, which means that I will essentially have to do 304 fucking instance changes, well, I don't know if I will have the patience to do it. But if I do, then oh great, I will do that. So that is why I am here. Now, I still have some more organic structures to take out. I think somewhere there is another mining fragment. Maybe not. And it looks like all the mining fragments have gone. Now, if I am a bit lucky, which I'm not this time, sometimes you'll find some good rare materials here, including the near mythical yttrium, and sometimes mercury right on cue, mercury there. No yttrium though, which is a bit of a pain, but well, I can always refresh the instance and try again. So I don't have a great deal of mercury, I know that for a fact. Turn the light on, it's getting a bit dark. Mercury. Okay, so I got 3. Wow. So I can get rid of one of the more common ones. I'll get rid of a ton of germanium. Pick up that mercury. Because that could certainly go towards, well, if not any of the synthesis, which is unlikely, I can't see me using any of those, then it will certainly help towards the engineers when they come along. So anyway, that's what I am up to. I am going to be here for quite a while, so well, I will be back with the next part of this when there is something to come back to, though I suspect that won't be until well, I've filled up the hold and I'm about to piss off back home. So anyway, back whenever. Alright, time for an update. As you can see, it's dark around here now. It's actually approaching dawn, I think. When I got here earlier, it was a lot darker than this. Anyway, things are progressing in more ways than one. So let's grab hold of this thing. So that is one. I've got into a real habit with mining this fucking thing now, farming it or whatever you want to fucking call it. So I destroy one of these so that it gives me an indication, like on the radar, not the wave scanner, the actual radar itself, of where to go when I'm coming back from my ship. Speaking of which, let's recall that. Right. Because the organic growths, or whatever you want to call them, their signal is very short range, as you are about to see, all disappearing except for those few materials that appeared from the that one thing that I destroyed. The ones that give you meta alloys don't give you any other materials, so once you've collected the meta alloy, that signal is gone. So you destroy one more, and then you know what direction to aim in when you are returning from dropping off your meta alloys to your ship. Now, in case anyone was going to mention it, I do know that this system is not the only system in the area where the barnacles are. There are 2 others, or at least 2 others. They're all in the Pleiades Nebula. As you can see, I've been farming quite a few meta alloys. I'm now up to 134 tons of them. That was not very well done. So yeah, they're all in the Pleiades Nebula, and one of them has something like 5 barnacles in a pretty small area. They're not all right next to each other, but they are relatively close to each other. Now my SRB is taking a bit of a battering. It also also is starting to get low on fuel, well lowish, it's almost 50%, and almost at, I've used nearly 3/4 of my ammo. As you can see also the organic, what do they call them, organic what? Organic structures, there you go. The green bits all glow in the dark. The bits that break off and give you the materials you need. So anyway, what I need to do really is probably refuel, reload, and probably repair as well. So I don't normally destroy them because it's a bit of a waste of time. I certainly don't need to do this, but I want to make sure that I've got all of the you know, materials out of all of these organic structures. And then once I've done that, I can then do the synthesis I need, and then collect back all of the materials that I just used to do said synthesis. I've got a pretty good idea of which ones I need to get. Let's just do a quick refresh of those. So I will need, right, for ammo restock, 2 sulfur, 1 phosphorus. Well, the SRB is another sulfur and phosphorus, so I need 3 sulfur, 2 phosphorus. So let's concentrate on that first. 3 sulfur, 2 phosphorus. There's a phosphorus there. Before anyone said it, yes, I did see the sulfur ones. Right, 1 phosphorus. There's another one, and then I'll get the 3 sulfur that I need. Alright, first sulfur there, not too far away. Organic structure that I didn't destroy. I have now. Right, what else did I need? There's a mercury. Mind you, I have been collecting a few mercury. I can't remember how many more sulfur I needed to get. 2. Well, I found 1 here. Right, 1 more sulfur. There we are. Where is it? Almost dead ahead. There you go. Right. What else is around here? So the mercury is normally worth having, but I have already picked up a reasonable amount of mercury. Yeah, 10 of them. And although it's only rated as a rare element, not a very rare one, I don't find many of those at all, so I'm quite happy with 10. However, not as happy as I am of having 28 yttrium. I'll take that. Anyway, I think that will do for this update. I shall be back when there is something to come back to. Right, next update. And I'm still here on Merope 5C. And which I've already got 2 metal alloys collected, so I'll have to go and drop those off in the ship before I can collect these other 2. Still, let's make sure they are collected all. What I'll also do is just blow up one of those so that then I have a signal to get back to. Right, so we'll drop these first 2 off, then come back, grab the other 2, and then I am actually going to do something different. I'm going to head to another planet, because there is another system that is not too far away from here. It's in the Pleiades sector, so yeah, it's definitely not too far away. And that system doesn't have 1 barnacle. It has 6 of them. 1 is on one planet, 5 of them are all on another planet. The single barnacle is on the first planet in the system. The other 5 are all on the second planet in the system. Okay, so we're up to 174 barnacles, metal alloys collected. Let's go and grab those last 2. And then we'll piss off out of here for a bit. Now, so I'm not going to the planet that has the 5 barnacles together, because although they are relatively close to each other, there is still enough distance for fuck it, I hate it when he goes out of control like this. There's enough of a gap between them that you do really need to fly to each one, and it's a lot of pissing about that frankly I can't be bothered to do. I have got the yeah, I have got that down. Right, so I'll grab that one. Right, where'd the other one go? There it is. Now, one other thing I'll do before we head off is I think I may just quickly repair the... Actually no, I don't need to repair it, because I can do that as soon as I go in the ship. Oh fuck it, I can collect a couple more 2 iron and 1 nickel. Do I already have some out here? Alright, well there's 1 iron there. Oh, that fucking ice cream van! Yep. Just gone up past 4, so right on cue. Right, so 2 iron. Okay, grab that one in no time. There's no nickel here. Let's see if we can get some. The most unbelievably common fucking materials. Surely I'll have no issue fucking finding some around here. For fuck's sake. Oh, there's nickel. There you go. Let's just go and grab it. Right, let's get back to the ship, and we'll get ready to bugger off out of here. Overshot that. Right. Transfer the cargo, so we're now up to 176 metal alloys, and let's get on board. In fact, that reminds me, seeing that signal there. There you go. Yeah, I found another downed nav beacon, so I have that to hand in at the Federation. Oh well.
Landing gear retracted.
Right, so it's a bye-bye to this barnacle.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And we'll bring up the old galaxy map and take a look at exactly where this next system is. It is the Pleiades sector JC-U B3-2. There it is. Oh, it is only one jump. This is a place that needs scanning. Oh, it is 2 jumps, okay. Well, I can scan both systems, so... Now I want to make sure that that fucking annoying engine sound doesn't follow me around, so I get a bit of distance between me and the planet before I jump to the next system. Now I am missing the snooker to watch this, or to do this video, so yeah. Mind you, it is Mark Allen who's playing, and I can't stand the cunt. I mean, it's not... that'll do. It's not, you know, total hatred. He's just an irritating fucking little shit. If it was total hatred, that would put him on par with, say, anyone and everyone who is connected with the Haribo television advertising campaign. Now, they are people who I do have genuine, utter contempt for. Mark Allen is just a fucking irritating shit. Alright, well, we might as well do a scanning of these systems. Don't tell me this is a fucking Tautari star. It looks like it. Yeah, I wonder I couldn't fucking fuel scoop. Alright, so where's the next place? Oh, this ship is so slow! This is why I just could not bear using this ship as a mining ship. It's just... this ship is fully A rated, well, apart from the life support.
Frameshift drive charging.
But it barely moves. Imperial Cutter pilots are the only people who sort of sit there longing for the days when they had a completely stock Type 9. 2,
1, engage.
Right, so here we are. Now this system, just about everybody has been here at some point. It's not quite as well known as Merope for being the home of
Fuel scooping.
Barnacles, but it's getting there. Now what I think I might do is scan, well, not all of the planets, but a fair few of them. And the furthest planet is not that far. I mean, that gas giant, surely I can scan that from here, 883 light seconds while I'm fuel scooping. Yeah. Right, so while I was doing that, bring up the old system map. Now that is where I will be heading. That's where there is just one barnacle. That is where there are 5 in a relatively small area. Now clearly I'm not going to scan all this system because I'm not going to waste my time scanning those. And they're pretty shitty gas giants. So okay, it's just going to be those other 2 then after I've scanned that gas giant, which I have done. So we want to head towards this fucker.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
What was it telling me to slow down? Fucking asteroid belts, I suppose. These are the planets that I really can't stand, where you have to be like, you know, about 5 light seconds away before the scan starts. Nevertheless, I do actually need to scan both of them, so well, one of them I'll be getting a hell of a lot closer to. Not this one. So this is the one that I'm scanning now is the one that I will be landing on. There we go. Now, I suspect that at some point I will land on the other one just to go and have a look at those 5 yeah, the 5 barnacles in one area, but I'm not overly fussed about it. Now the barnacles always appear in some sort of like yellowish canyon, and there's one dead ahead. Now it would be unbelievably lucky if I am in the right area, but fucking hell, I'm coming in bloody quick.
Hull integrity compromised.
Well, that's that's an entrance to a planet's well, not atmosphere, but well, that was one almighty fuck up anyway. There seems to be a very large graphics glitch there, to put it mildly. So there, either that or there is some huge, you know, 2001 obelisk overhead. Anyway, we are currently nowhere near where we want to be. So let's heading to 70 first and make sure that we are, no, 270. Make sure that we are going in the right direction. Right, 270. I want to get to, fucking hell, I need to get that 91 there. I'm not going to do that here, so let's get ourselves far enough up so that we can re-engage Super Cruise again. There we go.
Frameshift drive
That planet that was right ahead of me looks like it's just vanished. Oh no, there it is.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Right, now, drop speed right down. And where the fucking hell is the, oh, bollocks, so I can't see the heading while we are here. Let's see if we can do it in glide. Yes, we're going in completely the wrong direction. Past that huge fucking mountain there. Right, 270, that's what we want. And I want to get to 91. So it looks like it's, ah, you fucker. It looks like we must be right on the border between day and night. Of course, the real pain in the arse is if I engage the frameshift drive, I lose the heading, and of course I've got to change so that I'm going pointing right up, otherwise it won't let me engage it anyway. So it's being a bit of a cunt, just for a change. So I was hoping I could get all of this done in one video, but I think I'm going to have to edit it because this is going to take too fucking long. Hang on, where are we? Right, so if I aim at the direction of that fucking huge great mountain, then I know I'm going in the right direction. Okay, let's give this a fucking go. Come on. I thought it was going to be easier than this.
Frameshift drive charging.
Hurry up, no.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Right, now let's get straight back down. Oh, fuck's sake. And the glide failed as well. Thank you so fucking much. Right, we're going to have to do this the fucking long and boring way. I've still got 10 degrees to cover in this direction, and even then I've then got the north and south direction to cover. So right, what I'll do, I'm going to pause the video here and I'll be back when I've actually got myself somewhat close to it. Right, we are getting pretty close now. That point of interest has just gone. That's not it. It doesn't appear as a point of interest as such. But according to the coordinates, I am more or less on top of it. So it's in the daylight side, which is very welcome. So it's 91.97, so I'm straying a bit. That's longitude. And latitude 21.3346. So I am bloody close to it. It's got to be in this canyon here. It's just I'm way too high up to be able to see it. Now, is that it there? Is it on top of that, like, plateau? Well, unless that is a canyon, I just can't see from here. That does look very promising. Unless, is that... Oh, okay, I was going to say that could be Ripperjack. Because I think he has come out here, but he's currently in the main menu. Well, there's certainly something here. And it looks... Actually, no, this is a way off. What is that? Now, is that a crashed ship, or is that just one that's just come to rest there? It's the remains of an anaconda by the looks of it. It is. Okay, well, I've heard about it. You know, there is the crashed anaconda and that is it. But I'm not here to check out the remains of an anaconda. I'm here to find the barnacle. So 21.3346 on past here, so we need to head due north. Preferably away from that plateau. And 91.9732, so there it is. It looks like we've got a nice area which to land around here as well. Nice and flat surrounding the barnacle itself.
Landing gear deployed.
Look at that, it's like a fucking billiard table. We could land right next to the fucking thing. Well, that'll make bringing the resources and what have you unbelievably easy. And gravity is practically non-existent, 0.07. Yeah, for a minute I thought it wasn't going to let me fucking land. Right, off we go. Now this is the first time I have seen this particular barnacle. So up until now I've always gone to the one at Merope 5C. In fact, by the looks of it, I could have landed even closer. Now I don't know what materials will be dropped here, because different barnacles do drop different materials. It's not always going to be the same ones. So let's blow the fuck out of everything and see what we find. Fuck off. It looked like it was missing for most of that time. Tell you what, the approach to this one though, it was so much easier. I mean, look how close the ship is. So close I end up doing that. fucking firing on a material. Alright, here's the one then that has the other, oh fuck off. There we go. Alright. There will only be the two. So the cargo bay's full. Those two down. There's three more left. These two here. And then there's one over here. I think that's the lot. Oh, no, there's one more there. Right, that's got to be all of them. So what have we got around here? Well, chromium didn't appear at the other one, but that's fucking worthless. It looks like it's all the usual. Vanadium, well, it's not exactly like gold dust. Antimony, that's certainly a rare one. That's a class 4, but I don't need it. Niobium is fairly rare, I suppose. Mind you, I've got plenty of them. So it doesn't look like there's much in the way of great materials, at least not for me here. But I mean, if you are low on niobium and antimony in particular, then, well, you'll find it here. Right, so we're up to 178 tons of metal alloys. So that'll do for now. I will continue farming this area, and in the meantime, well, I'll be back when something happens. Right, a quick update, because I've just seen this thing. What the hell is this? I've just gone to investigate a crashed nav beacon, which I scanned. I'm still in the Pleiades sector JC-U B3-2 2 planet, and this is where you know, that barnacle is, but there is this thing just rolling along the ground. What the fucking hell is that? I really hope this video works, because that is just bumped up and hey, what the fuck is it? I can't target it. What happens if I hit it? Oh, so I run over the top of it. What's that done to it? That stopped it moving. So is that a piece of the crashed nav beacon? No idea. Never seen anything like that before. Alright, in the meantime, I'm just checking out what this signal that's up ahead is, and then I'm going back to farming the barnacle. Alright, back when something happens. Alright, back again with another update. That thing that I was following earlier, I've figured out what it was. It was a bit of a letdown actually. It was no strange alien object or something that I'd found. In fact, all it was a piece of the skimmer that I had destroyed that was guarding the crashed, what do you call it? the crash nav beacon that I scanned. So I was hoping it would be something impressive. It wasn't, which is just typical. But I did check out another couple of sites that I found, but they were just more cargo canisters that had been dropped. I mean, they weren't exactly worthless. I think Auto Fabricators was a couple of tons of those, and then there was about 5 or 6 tons of gold. So yeah, it wasn't exactly for shite, but it wouldn't have done my average trade profit any favours. And besides which, I'm going to be returning back to populated space with 608 tons of meta-alloys. I'm not going to have any gold or auto fabricators depleting that sort of profit. I'm going to be making a profit in the region of 55 to 60 million, which I will be more than happy with. So as you can see, I'm up to 238 tons of meta alloys, so I'm not even halfway yet. But this barnacle certainly is a lot easier to farm than the one in Merope. And of course I still have the other planet, which is very close to this one in fact. And I could give it a try with 5 barnacles relatively close to each other. I say I could, and I'm not in any desperate hurry to do so. So anyway, I shall, as always, be back when there is something to come back to. Well, I hope this video works. Just found this thing, whatever it is. Doesn't look like a nav beacon, but it has a data point. So let's see what this is all about. Well, it's more valuable than a nav beacon, whatever it is. It doesn't look like it's all that fantastic though. Well, something different anyway. That's what you call crap driving. Going this fast even in an area as smooth as this, going this fast even in total darkness, well into night time now, probably not a great idea. You can see the old organic structures around the barnacle itself glow in the dark, or rather the bits that fly off when you shoot them do. So does the base of the barnacle. That's about it. Right, more when it happens. Right, next day, and I freely admit I'm getting extremely bored with collecting meta alloys. I don't think I'm going to do it for too much longer. I'm going to go for about 400, and after that, yeah, I think I'll have had enough. But I found another one of these. Now, prior to coming to this system, I'd never seen them before, and now I found 2 of the fucking things. So, we'll collect this. Alright, so what does that give me? Okay, so that one's for the Empire. It's been added to the amount I already needed, so I just now need to find one for the Federation for the full set. Oh well. At least it makes a change from seeing nothing but fucking barnacles and organic structures, I suppose. Right, yeah, more when it happens. Right, back with what is probably the last update from the surface of this planet. I now have over 400 meta-alloys, and to be brutally honest, I am fucking bored shitless farming these. So 400 or so is going to be my limit, and all I'm doing now is basically killing time until Ripperjack, who is currently away at the moment, but he'll be back soon, or soonish. He's on his way to a particular system to check out the price for selling meta alloys there. He's collected far more than me. He has about 600 of them, so he's been gathering them at a hell of a faster rate than I have. Plus I think he's been doing it a lot more. I mean, I didn't play the game at all yesterday, so he had a huge chance to get way ahead of me. But nevertheless, I am more than happy with, well, as you can see, 404 at the moment. And yeah, all I'm really doing is collecting more while I'm waiting to hear if the system that we have in mind for selling is as good as is claimed. Ripperjack seems slightly dubious about the price, which is supposed to be around 97,000 per ton. I'm somewhat dubious as well. It'd be fucking great if it was that price, but I just, yeah, I'm not sure. So while I am here, I have been collecting some more materials, but I've also been getting rid of a load. So with one exception, I don't have more than 15 of any. So my capacity, I have space for 2 more. Though I'd like them to be 2 that are rare and useful, so that will almost certainly be kept aside for polonium. So yeah, see, everything has gone down to 15 because quite a few of those are on 20, 22. The one exception is there. Yttrium, I now have 28 because it is so scarce. I figured, fuck it, I'll harvest as much as I can. You can see my polonium is still on a pathetic 4. Technetium, the rarest of the lot, and that's still on a pathetic 2. But I am highly suspect of the idea that we can get polonium or technetium from barnacles. I just don't see it happening. Got a few more antimony, so that's up to 12, so that's only 3 away from my self-imposed cap. Molybdenum I've also been getting from this particular barnacle, that is at the cap, so that is at 15. Mercury, which for ages I only had fucking 3 of them, that's now up to 10, so that's okay. And I've been doing plenty of synthesis for, you know, the refueling, repairing, and sometimes it's even been necessary for, you know, redoing the ammo. And the net result is that, well, my mining materials collected is now up to 606, which, well, more than twice what you can actually hold. And SRB distance travelled is now up to 1.17 megameters. So over 1100 kilometres in the SRV, and a hell of a lot of that has been recently just going to and from the ship to drop off my meta alloys. This planet we're on, we're actually getting some nice views in the moment. As you can see, it's night time here, but that is the Pleiades Nebula there, and over there, oh, we can't quite see it from this angle. Yeah, there it is. That's the California Nebula. So we're getting some pretty good views of those. Unfortunately, the planet that the planet I'm on, it's in very close sort of dual orbit with another planet. And yesterday, or day before, I didn't play the game yesterday. The other planet was very large in the sky. Unfortunately, we can't see it anymore. Oh well. Now I've decided that although it might be nice to see, you know, the 5 barnacles on the other planet in this system, I can't be bothered. I've been out here long enough and I'm sick of the sight of the place, so I'm not going to go and check out the 5 barnacles quite close to each other. If you want to see what they're all about, well, you know what planet to go to. It's this system, Pleiades sector JC-U B3-2, and it's the second planet, is the one that has the 5 of them. This is the first planet, which has the 1, but has a very clear and flat area to land on, so your ship often lands pretty close, and even if it doesn't, getting to it is no problem. Just fucking bomb it along at flat out and no worries. Okay, so the next update then will be when I'm on my way back to populated zone. In fact, it will be when I'm in the populated zone and about to land, because in this ship, especially with the cargo I've now got, it's going to take me at least 27 jumps to get back to whatever system I'm heading to. Well, if the price is right, I'll know what system I'm heading to, but I won't actually, no, I'm going to reveal it at the end anyway. It's the system Naxix, so I haven't got a clue if I pronounced that right or not, but that's what we're looking to sell at. So anyway, I shall be back then when there is something to come back to, which will probably be at that particular moment when we are about to dock in that system. How exciting. Right, as you can see, I am on my way back. All of the systems that we checked online, and Ripperjack went off and went and had a look at them in person, have all turned out to be absolute crocks of shit. So I figured on the way back I'll stop off in Maya and see what it's like there. Well, that place was a total fucking waste of time. They are paying 76,000 per tonne on metal alloys, so that's 13,000 below galactic average, so there's no fucking way I was going to sell mine now. But while I was there, I decided to repair the damage that was done to my ship thanks to my not so graceful entry at the old second barnacle system. And as you can see on the HUD, despite paying and having my repairs all done, they were about 61,000. The HUD is still showing the hull at 99%. Now this is a bug that borders on the fucking prehistoric with this game, but clearly it is still there. I mean, this is just fucking bullshit. The repairs didn't actually cost me any money because I sold a load of
Fuel scooping complete.
data systems I scanned on the way out here. So they made me about, I think it was 180,000. So I'm still 120,000 up. But I do of course have a 99% hull despite paying to have a 100. Now you can see from the inventory I got up to 452 meta alloys before I said that's it, that's all I can stand.
Frameshift drive charging.
And at the moment I am heading to Salarubao with the intention of maybe re-outfitting this ship back to how I would usually have it, which isn't going to take much to do. And then once that's done, well, I'll then have a look around and see where I can sell this lot. I mean, alright, obviously I'll check Salarubao while I'm there, but I don't think I'm going to have a huge amount of success. I can't for the life of me remember what the price is there, but if it had been any good I'm sure I would have remembered. So I've got 23 jumps to go, which is a fair old whack. So I'll be back when I'm about to sell everything, I suppose. So back in a few. Right, the final part of the video then. On the way to Salarubao I noticed that Diaguandri was actually appearing first, so I thought, fuck it, we'll have a look here. Now as you can see on the HUD it's still showing the hull at 99%, and it's also saying that repair isn't available. It's not because they don't do it here, it's because it doesn't need it. And if we sort the integrity out, alright, so the integrity is at 100%, everything that's fitted to my ship is 100%, and yet it's saying hull 99%. So that bug that first appeared, and I know I was one of a huge number of people at the time who reported it, it first appeared during beta 1.00, the first sort of public beta, the first beta version after the premium beta. So we are talking well over 18 months ago, and it's now cropped up again. So that gives you an idea of the quality that we are talking about with this game, and the just how good a development team Frontier Developments are. Now I've been selling a bit of the old universal cartography data, so the only one I've got left is this one for the Zvaiti system, 32,000. It's not too bad. Now let's bring up the stats, because what I particularly want to see are the trading ones. So there we are, average profit of 227,912 and highest single transaction of 4,267,520. They're both about to change. Now admittedly the price for meta alloys isn't as high as I really wanted. I wanted somewhere that was 92,000 or better, but let's face it, 91,062 per ton is hardly a terrible amount. Let's sell the lot. So in one transaction I am making 41,160,024. Thank you, I will have that. So what does that bring as far as the changes in my trading going? Well, average profit has gone up by 16,000. So that is now 243,512 average profit. Definitely take that. And highest single transaction of 41,160,024. Fat's gone out. That is what I call a pretty good return. Now obviously I could have got far more if I'd, carried on farming that place. If I had filled up my cargo hold to 608 or even more over the top, had come back, stripped my ship out of everything except the absolute essential fuel scoop, I would have had in the region of 768 tons, I think, maybe even a bit more than that. And my highest single transaction would have been in like the 70 millions. But nevertheless, nobody would dare say that a highest single transaction of 41,160,024 is not very good, because it is good. It's fucking brilliant. Now my trade rank will obviously be going up from 51%. I don't know by how much, but it certainly, well, put it this way, fucking should. In making 41 million, it should go up by roughly 7%, maybe even a bit more than that. So I should be around 58, or at least 58% past Tycoon. So yes, while I was there farming the Barnacle, it did really drag on. It did get hella boring, but well, the rewards are there. 41 million in one transaction. So my balance is now up to 70,373,830, which means I now have the minimum 3 times my rebuy cost that I always like to have, and that's just for this ship, which is the most expensive ship I have. So the rest of them, yeah, easily past the 3 times the amount. In fact, I think with all of them now it's at least 4 times as many. The Anaconda, I think it's approaching 10 times as much. So yeah, definitely mission accomplished. The only thing I'm not pleased about is this fucking 99% hull bug again. I thought it was long gone. It should have been long gone, and the fact that it's back now is just taking the piss and frankly fucking insulting towards Frontier Development's customers and player base. If they want to ensure that the number of players doesn't plummet in June when No Man's Sky comes along, then stuff like this simply should not be there. It's as simple as that. But it is there, so we'll see what kind of impact that has as far as people staying playing this game once No Man's Sky has come along. Anyway, that is it then for this video. That's the whole barnacle farming bit done. I don't know if, let alone when, I'll be checking out any more barnacles. But now you know the best thing to do when you find them. So that will do for this video. So now go away.